My name is Peter Dixon. This is my LifePage. Today I will talk to you about stockbroking. But before that, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So my background, I was studying finance at California State University, San Bernardino. At the same time, I was in banking as well. I worked at Wells Fargo Bank as a teller and started working my way up while I was going through school. As I was continuing on in my education, Wells Fargo gave me an opportunity to become a stockbroker. They approached me and asked me to become involved in investments. And so from that point on, I started studying for the multiple tests that we have to take as a stockbroker. I became licensed in the state of California through FINRA. And for the next 9 years, I was a stockbroker. When clients come to you, they either come to you with an amount of money that they want to have that money start working for them. So instead of going and working at a job, they're taking their savings and they're giving you that money to be able to invest in the markets, to be able to grow their money without them having to work. So some clients come to you with a lot of money, or some actually start putting money aside month to month, and they are looking for you to grow that into wealth for them. Most clients are looking to save up for their retirement, and so this is a long-term relationship that they need to trust you, that you are doing the best for them to grow their money. Knowing about banking, the financial instruments that you will be selling run through banking. Anytime you make a trade, whether you're buying or selling, that is going through the banking system. The banks control those trades. And so knowing how does the bank affect what you're doing, how does the interest rates that the banks set, how do they affect the performance of your clients' assets, is very critical to help your clients understand how their performance is on their investments. To be able to do research on a constant basis. Of the 9 hours I was at work, about 7.5 of those hours were spent in research. And so you have to have a very high capacity to be able to read everything. Like I said, when a client sits in front of you, they're going to want the answers for everything, whether it's economics, whether it's sports, whether it's current events, global events. They're going to want to know the answers. And that's also how you build the trust. And so most of my hours were spent in researching. Yeah, being a stockbroker is a very lucrative career financially. There are many, once you build up your book of business and have a good amount of clients and assets under management, it does give you the freedom to earn a great deal of money. Also, depending on the company that you work for, you're not tapped at, there's no ceiling of what you can earn. So you literally can earn as much as you want to work. And so it's a very high paying career. Depending on where you work and what company you work for, being a stockbroker can be very competitive. I've heard of people within other companies that their close friends that they work with have stolen clients right from under them. And that's very, very typical within this industry. And so the competition is very fierce because it is a numbers game. People are looking to pull those numbers from out of your book of business and take them from you. My days would start off very, very early. I would arrive to the office at 5:30 in the morning when the markets would open. And the very first thing that I would do is check my emails. A lot of times you're communicating with clients, communicating with mutual fund companies, and so you need to make sure that you are on top of your communication with the people that are there to help you. Next, I would read the Wall Street Journal. I would spend about 2 to 3 hours going through the Wall Street Journal, looking at the main articles, also looking at the different financial reports, analyzing those numbers, crunching those numbers. And then next, I would review client accounts for the next few hours of the day, analyzing my meetings coming up, being able to generate a report for a client that's coming in. For the next hour, I would schedule appointments for my clients, making sure that the next week's appointments were good to come in and that I was prepared. And so most of my day is researching and generating reports and looking at the accounting of their accounts. And then I would just end my day, once again, checking my emails, making sure there's any other communication that was left behind that I was on top of. And then I would end my day typically at 4 o'clock every day. I hope I've given you a balanced view of what it takes to be a stockbroker. Thank you.